Hi, welcome to the video. Today we are going to edit some wildlife photo. So we have selected a bird photo that is called as Tri-Colored Munia. Let's get started. So as soon as you open a raw photo in Photoshop, it will give you this window, camera raw. So this has a lot of options: exposures, highlights, shadows, whites and blacks. So these are very basic settings you can do, but mostly what I like to do here is to check the white balance and correct it. So I click on the dropper here and drop it in the gray part of the image. The gray part is mostly related to the white balance. So whenever I click any gray part, should be a correct white balance. If I click somewhere else, it will give me some other white balance which is correct, which is wrong. So I can just click on the gray part again, and this gives you a proper white balance. Once you are done with it, click open. So as you can see, the image is very big. So right now what I have to do is have to crop it a bit so that the bird is a bit bigger. It was pretty far away. So I can just click on the crop tool here. And what I mostly like to do is to crop the images into 1:1 ratio for Instagram. So if you go up, you can see the aspect ratio is 1:1 selected. So once that is done, you can just drag it down to the box where it fits perfectly and then click enter. You can make the image bit bigger, and as you can see, the image looks fine. It is bit grainy at the background. You might not be able to see, but it has little bit of grains, and it has these two twigs which I want to get rid of. So I can just click on the lasso tool here and then just make a circle around it, and then right click and click on fill. Content aware, color adaptation, normal and 100% is selected. So once that is done, you can click on OK, and magically it just disappears. Same thing we can do it for this twig. Just go ahead and select it. Selection is not good, so do it once more. You have to be a bit patient here. Okay, and then you do the same thing, content aware, and voila, it is gone. So once this is done, so we need to select the background right now. So there is an option in Photoshop, you can select the subject automatically, or you can use a quick selection tool to do it manually. So at least the automatic gives us some starting point. Click on quick selection tool and then click on select subject. So once you do that, it selects the subject, it selects this twig as well, but it does not do a very good job. So you can just drag it down and select it, and drag it down, drag it up, and then join it. So you can change this size of the brush from here. So right now the brush size I've selected is 20. So if it's the bigger photo or the smaller photo, you can adjust the brush size. It has done some rough selection, but the edges are not very good. So we can just refine the edges. You can right click on the selection and then go to select and mask. So what you can do is you can again select the brush size as 20. As you can see here, it's 20 here. So, and then you can just paint it around the edges. This is mostly useful for hairs and feathers, and it makes edges bit seamless and they blend better with the background. So I can just go along with this quickly for this tutorial purpose, and then once you are done with this, so let me just select it full. So this is almost done. So I can click on OK, and you can see the selection is good. somewhere it is too much, too less, so you can just click on it and drag it, so it gets selected. And if you want to refine it again, you can just select and mask again, and then whatever you did, so you can just click on that. So you can see it's the masking is also on the twig here. So what I can do is can come back here and then make it like this. Then again go back to select and mask, and then do a edge masking again. So it is right now selected. So click on OK. So once this is done, you can just right click on the image and then select inverse. This will select the background. So you can see these marching ants on the borders. This means the background is selected. So you can just right click on this and create a new copy of this background. So if you just disable this layer, you can see the background is selected. Then we can rename this as VG, and we can name this as bird. So once the BG is selected, you can go ahead and do some adjustment to this layer. The background is not very punchy, so I can just try to maybe adjust the levels and see we can bring some kind of punch to it. We can just make it a little bit brighter, and then maybe a little bit less to add the greens. So you can see a little bit of green tinge is here because of some grass around there. Once that is done, you can go ahead and go to filter, reduce the noise. You can use the default options. I mostly keep it at 7, details as 35, and color noise maybe 20. And then just click on OK. Once that is done, I can go ahead and select the bird. And now I want to do some manipulation on the bird because the bird is not very bright. The feather is not shimmering. So what I can do is I can just select the bird, click on this and go to levels. And from the levels we can see we can just give it a little bit of shine to its feather. Not too much, but I think this is looking good. And then we can go ahead and work with hue and saturation. So mostly as this is the more reds are there in the bird, so I can just select the reds and then bring up some reds. And finally you can just zoom the image and see how it looks. And then maybe you can try to do some kind of a noise reduction on this particular bird. So I have selected the background layer. So select the bird, go to filter, go to noise, reduce noise, and then go to advanced per channel. So bird color is red, mostly it has reds in that, so just make a strength of 4, 5, 4 to 5 should be good. Reserve the details is good enough, 60, and then click on OK. And we are done with the bird. It looks pretty shiny right now, and the background noise is also gone. So if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Bye.